as the mysteries of the multiverse grow, there will be old friends and old enemies that come a-callin'. All this and more in the pages of Infinite Frontier, issue number 3. Let's hop on in together and find out what happens next, shall we? So then, picking up from where the last issue left off, Green Lantern Alan Scott and his son Obsidian are still on the trail of their missing sister and daughter Jade. Now, in the previous issue, the father-son duo were informed by Mr. Terrific that after the universe essentially got reset at the end of Dark Knight's Metal, a bunch of people got their memories back, quite possibly including a bunch of old Justice Society of American foes, and as such, Obsidian and Green Lantern go out of their way to pay a visit to people like Solomon Grundy, Icicle Sr., and eventually the Shade, one of my favorite JSA characters, a guy who constantly rides the line between hero and villain. He doesn't fight Green Lantern and Obsidian, quite the opposite. He invites them in for tea and tells them maybe the problem they're not digging up any evidence yet is that they're going after villains, when in reality they should be looking at friends with old grudges. This scene is especially fun and creative too, as it is underplayed by a text conversation between Todd and his new boyfriend Damon. Now from there we transition on over to Roy Harper, the newly resurrected Black Lantern. His powers had activated and taken him out into the deep dark depths of space. Roy was losing control of his powers, but he managed to get them back under control when he thought of his daughter Leanne, who according to his vision may very well be alive out there somewhere. Too bad Roy isn't going anywhere for the foreseeable future. He's no ring slinger yet, and so he's just gonna have to stop and wait for someone to pick him up. Luckily, this is the DC universe, and aliens and superheroes are always coming back and forth to Earth. It's a real Delta hub. We continue to follow the multiversal shenanigans of Flashpoint Batman and Calvin Ellis, President Superman, on Earth 22. They had been met in battle by Magog, and truth be told, things probably would have gotten really ugly here really quickly were it not for the rest of Justice League Incarnate showing up just in the nick of time to back up our heroes. Magog eventually relents and reveals that he's not so much filled with murderous rage as he is filled with annoyance about all these multiversal people clogging up his Earth. A sentiment that, as we're going to discover throughout the rest of this story, isn't unique to Magog. Before the heroes go, though, they manage to look over the strange, crashed multiversal arc. Thomas Wayne even gets to show that he's a pretty good detective in his own right, remembering the words of Barry Allen Flash and how he was able to feel the vibrations left behind by things from other worlds. And they hope if they can do the same, maybe they can find some leads and some answers to all of the questions that they have. Speaking of Barry Allen the Flash, where's he at right now? Well, running on a giant hamster wheel. It would seem that after Psycho Pirate, who also is sporting the same black costume as Roy Harper, managed to grab the Flash, he used his mind powers to manipulate him into powering a great machine. There's no telling what exactly the device does, but if Psycho Pirate, and by extension the newly resurrected Darkseid, want it, then you know it can't be good for Earth or any other planet in the multiverse. Now, in Bloodhaven, it looks like Green Lantern and Obsidian are that much closer to finding Jade. They decided to check out an old US military installment called Command-D, and yes, that is most definitely the place that Commandi, as in Commandi at Earth's End, gets his name from. It would seem that the DEO and Mr. Bones took this place over a while ago, and there's no telling what exactly they're up to right now. We also get some fun conversation between father and son as they try and infiltrate the building. Alan talks about his own lost love, and I have to wonder if that means they're going to go out of their way to canonize Sam from the new 52 Earth 2 comics or not. The two ultimately don't make it that far, though, when they end up coming under attack by Extract, the strange woman who attacked Roy Harper previously. It would seem that DEO, Bones, Chase are all working together on the ARC project, and they're not ready for this dirty little secret to get out, even if it means trying to kill two superheroes. This ARC business, as we discover, is much bigger than Earth 2, because up in space, Roy Harper ends up getting picked up by a friendly DEO agent going by the name of Hammond. As Roy notes, it seems that the organization has completely changed its modus operandi from protecting Earth from alien life to protecting Earth from extra-dimensional life. Hammond says that this is true, but even goes a step farther by saying that the DEO is also trying to protect Earth from people who came back to life, say, people like him. And oh yes, that Hammond isn't just any Hammond, that's Hector Hammond, who, thanks to the Universal Reset, is reaping the benefits of not looking like a big-headed, gross monster mash, so, you know, good for him. Hammond proves that he's still pretty wicked on the inside, though, taking Roy to the Bleed, where he plans to sell him off to some unknown third party. But before he gets the chance, though, the DEO ARC ends up coming under attack. Now, who could possibly wage such a war against such a heavily armored paramilitary operation? Well, it's Jade, but she's not not alone, she brought the entire Infinity Inc. crew with her. Or should I say a new version of the old Infinity Inc. crew, complete with Atom Smasher, the Lady Wildcat, and oh look everyone, it's the original Power Girl back again from the void that she's literally been stuck in for the last couple years. Good for her as the comic comes to a close. And so that was Infinite Frontier issue number 3, everybody, and once again Joshua Williamson is doing a pretty impressive job creating one hell of a tapestry involving this new multiverse status quo, as well as the elevation of several new characters and teams. This is the sort of thing that might end up being incomprehensible to read in the hands of someone else, but here it all flows so nicely. DC is famous for publishing stories sometimes where the continuity is the story, and this is definitely one of those, but I gotta say it's a very good version of one of those. For what it's worth, I think we are ultimately going to feel the impact of Infinite Frontier moving forward as Williamson essentially creates a number of rules that you can use or not use as a writer going forward. Hey, some people remember stuff, some people don't. Hey, guys like Hammond got reset. Maybe they didn't, but if there's a villain you really wanted to reset, now you could do it. The book looks real nice too. I especially enjoy the big splash page of getting to see Obsidian and Green Lantern fight side by side. It's all good stuff, which is why I would give it a very positive 8 out of 10.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cave Jewel, and if you're seeing me right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, which I am very appreciative of. It really helps drive engagement and retention and all that other good YouTube stuff. So does liking and commenting. Wink wink. If you like my content too, you should check out my Patreon page. We just redid all the tiers, so there's a ton of great rewards. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month, and well, it would just really help me out. It's never expected, but always appreciated. So until next time everyone, I've been Cape Joel, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.